What would you do to get the perfect shot? On the forces of nature. His quest is guided by a fixed set of conditions. A full moon to ensure the lowest possible tide, an early start to make the most of a very slim window, getting to the beach an hour before the ocean recedes, around 6 a.m. is key. Low tide has come and gone. But daybreak has unveiled perfect conditions.
This is a rare day, I would say. There's tons of open beach available. It's all been wet and it's perfect. There's no footprints. Today is perfect.
His sprint begins. Time is ticking.
I'll start with my fine tip to give me an outline, a structure, so I know what I'm working with. And then I'll use the thicker line, and then I can do fill lines in. And then with my other tool, I can shade in areas.
You see, before it has to create it.
Sand is wonderful. The beach is wonderful. When I come to the beach, it's already ready for me. And it's been smooth flat by the ocean. And then when I leave, I don't have to clean up.
Not having to clean up? Precisely.
It's ephemeral, that it cannot last. It cannot be maintained.
Low tide left the beach in picture-perfect condition. The sand is dry on top and wet beneath. Raking gives the design dimension. With the water out, his canvas is huge.
Today's design, I wanted to do something that felt very organic. And as I was designing and developing what I would do, I kept coming back around to shapes that felt like they were growing, like they were creatures. Since we're at the beach, I moved towards a feeling of coral reefs or seaweed, and so that just generated its own ideas.
But his design won't last long.
That's the main constraint, is just the tide. The tide will not stop.
To get this shot, he has to work fast.
For me, the fullest completion of a design is when I'm able to get a good photo of it. If that happens, I feel,
He's recruited help. Sketches provide direction.
I usually give myself about 2 hours to work. Follow this and do it with the thicker rake. We'll see how long the design takes. Yeah, so then once this part is established, then that branch can happen.
This is like working a huge puzzle from the inside.
This actually is one of the smaller ones, perhaps, but it was very intricate. It's about 100 by 100 feet, maybe bigger, about 10,000 square feet. That's a pretty big size.
He's getting lost in the maze of his own design.
I made that one too big to start off with. The perspective is the hardest part. To be aware of where I am in the image and what's happening in the image and hold it all together, that's the biggest challenge. I could taper it. I think I'm gonna do that, because then it'll look more like its own thing. Okay. Yeah.
Covering.
Oh man, okay. And then it's gonna curl around like that. Okay. Wave just came and started eating at the canvas, and so the tide's coming back.
He's reminded that time is not on his side.
I'd say we have about half hour, 45 minutes.
He stays focused. The plan?
Move more quickly, be more strategic, make what's here just stand out a bit more, just so that that's there at least. Yeah. Okay. What time is it?
Despite taking shape, a few finishing touches will make it pop. It will soon be washed away. He's not bothered.
I love it. I love that I don't have to clean it up. I don't have to store it anywhere. And I could come back tomorrow and I'd have a clean canvas to work with, and that's really nice.
After all, this is what he was after.